All right, everybody, we're going to do the 14U games from this past weekend. And again, even though there are only 2 games, we still like to do these. And again, the sample size just kind of grows. And we're looking for some kind of improvements for the things that we look at. And also just maybe give you a direction of where the coaching can be different, where the emphasis can be different. So even though we went 2-0 this weekend, both games were real messes, at least from a numbers perspective. And I'll give you an example. So let's look at the first game first versus Premier Burton. We were a huge favorite. And it really was almost a tale of two halves. So you're really supposed to get an effective field goal percentage from, at least you should be getting 50% against a team like this. So you ended up with an effective field goal percentage of 43.9, turnover rate 14%, probably still too much against a team like this, but at least it's under 20. And your offensive rebound percentage was, as expected, over 30 at 40%. But if you notice this, I mean, look at the difference between the first and second half. I mean, you guys were up 40-17 at the end of the first half. And the second half was 14-14. You guys scored 14 points in the second half. It was really, really difficult to watch. I don't think you actually scored a point in the last 5 minutes or 6 minutes of the game. So overall, the efficiency was extremely poor. We're going to have to kind of take a look at how it breaks down. So first thing we'll do is we'll look at the box score, and then we'll look at the we'll look at the shot chart, then we'll look at the box score. But you'll see here that from 3, you guys for 2 of 12 overall, and from 2, you were 22 of 45 and 4 of 7 from the line. Let's take a look at the box score here. Let's see. This is against Premier. Yeah, so it looks like your shot selection was, not that bad. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, what I consider bad twos out of only, actually not that bad. But you look how it breaks down here. You were 12 for 18 from 2, 8 for 21 from right around here. So missed layups, missed open threes. What were you guys from 3? 1 of, what did I say, 2 of 12, whatever. So overall, just pretty poor execution. But I will say that at least the shot selection wasn't bad. It was just a matter of making the shots you're really supposed to make. Points per possession, 0.96 is obviously pretty good, and we want it to be over 1. But again, this team was really, really poor. Let's take a look at the. Let's look at this another way. Yeah, so you guys are 20 of 58 total for the game. Oh, that was against Westchester Star. So you guys were 24 for 57 total, of which only 4 were bad shots. So, your shot selection was good, but 8 for 21 from in here is not good. And all these threes were really, just really, really poor execution from out here. Let's take a look at the box score. Let's see who the criminals were, so to speak. First of all, I can only ask so many times for you guys to get these guys different numbers. So right now I just didn't even give Adi anything. I just can't go through one by one. So basically, Gabe got all the stats for number 30 in this particular game. Harris 1 for 9 from around the rim, and that's a skill thing. He just doesn't finish his move. He kind of gives up on the play before he gets all the way to the rack, and he ends up with like really just really poor shots, even from around the rim. And you'll see when you go through the highlights. You can, as I mentioned in the demo, you can click through all his shots and see what I'm talking about. Isaac 1 for 8, yikes. So overall, with the exception of Gabe, Petey was 4 for 4, obviously. Taj was good; he was 8 for 13, but this is a 4 assists, no, 1 turnover for Taj. Aside for these 2 guys, the rest of you guys are really, really poor. Mike was, 1 for 4 from 3. Whatever, he didn't take that many. So overall, even though you guys won by 20, you guys could have executed a lot better. Okay, let's now do the Westchester game. where again, you guys won by like 10 or something like that, but this is really gruesome. You guys, your effective field goal percentage was 30, I think it was 34, 36. Yeah, it was 36%. I will say this. You're not beating many teams with this. Okay. You got away with it against a team that was just awful. I mean, this team, again, this is not the same Westchester team that I was, that I thought we were playing. But you got away with this because that other team was really bad. But 36% effective field goal percentage is going to be really, really poor. Let's go through. And this, I mean, let's take a look at the shot chart here. Yeah, I mean, once again, the shot selection, not that bad. Only 5 shots that I don't like here. But again, these open threes, just you guys just weren't making anything. So I'd like to think that this is going to even out, but let's just make sure that we have the right people taking them. That could be a problem. So this one I was able to get Adi in here. You have Isaac, another game at 1 for 8 and 0 for 5 from 3. Yikes. That's really not good, to say the least. Taj didn't take any threes. He was 5 for 15 from 2. And Michael was off. So Adi was 0 for 3. So, what can I say? Get these guys in the gym. But Peter, 5 for 15 around the rim. That's really, really not good. 7 assists, 4 steals. He always does those things really well. But, what can I say? The shot selection wasn't bad, but just the execution was pretty poor. I mean, this is just a matter of shooting better. That's the best I can describe this. Because the turnovers actually were not that bad. Actually, that's not true. 20% turnover rate against this team. I don't want that. So turnovers could have been improved, and just overall execution could have been improved. Let's take a look. You're not going to probably need me to tell you this, but let's just take a look at the stats for the whole season again for 14. Let's first look at the whole season. We got 15 games now of assorted skills, and 45% effective field goal percentage is pretty good. Now, we did have a couple of really easy games in here, but they count. So effective field goal percentage isn't bad. The turnover rate, I'd like to get lower. And the offensive rebound percentage overall is not bad. Looking at the shot chart for the whole season, let's see. The shot chart for the whole season is actually, let's break it down this way. Your percentage of bad twos is almost 10%. So that's not that bad, it's better than some of the other teams. And so if we can now get this work and get this to 5%, then we're really in business. I mean, how many times do I have to pound this into you can't shoot 40% from here. Okay. Everybody's going to shoot the same pretty much from here. Actually, this team shoots better from this range than any other team that you have, which means what? That you guys are good for here? No, that this is going to regress. You'll end up shooting the same 35% that all the other teams are going to shoot from this spot. But in any case, overall, I give you guys like a B+, really, or a B at least, with respect to shot selection. Let's take a look at the box scores or the stats, I guess, best way to do this for the whole season. So stats. Oh, it is from all 15 games. Okay, let's group by athlete. All right, so what we're looking for, this is going to be tough for this age group. Is there anybody that's shooting over 33% from 3 and over 50% from 2? Unlikely, but perhaps. First, let's look at the 3-point percentages. As expected, Mike is really, really, really doing well. I mean, 38% from 3 is just excellent for his age. I mean, it's excellent for any age, really. So this is really good news. and no one else can make them. I mean, if you want another tree. Get him in the gym, they might get up there, but he's really the only one that can be counted on to take over threes. With twos, let's see. You got Taj doing a nice job at the rim. There it is. There's Michael. There it is. Over 50% from two and over 33% from three. That is a very strong efficiency rating. You usually get a couple of kids in ninth and a couple of kids in 10th and a couple of kids in 11th that can do this. But eighth grade's tough, and good job for him. Isaac over 50, Gabe just barely over 50. That's got to get improved, I guess. And these 12 threes are just ridiculous. He shouldn't be taking these. His free throw percentage is actually not that bad. I mean, for his age, 58%. I mean, I'd like it to be better, but this will improve. Taj overall really solid. Harris 10 for 15 from the line. We'll take that. Harris 13 for 50 from two. To my point, he's got to do better working on these post moves. Adi just a kind of a train wreck statistically, and yeah, that should do it for the 14s. Overall, I mean, not bad. They're not going to beat the upper echelon this way, but overall, not bad.